Super job, let's hear it for Team England.
Hey, I'm Felix, and this is me. I'm a 16-year-old tumbler from the UK, and for the past year, I've been a competitive cheerleader. When I was about 7 years old, I found out about acrobatics and tumbling. I was immediately hooked on the tumbling part because of the influences that I'd seen online at the time, and that is where my journey as a self-taught tumbler began.
Yeah, I'll get in a second.
After some small posts on social media, I became quite recognized for my skills and self-knowledge from being able to teach myself how to do everything. Oh yeah, did I mention that I was on the news? Twice.
Well, we're going to stay with sport. To the 16-year-old from Northampton who only started cheerleading a year ago.
Even started cheerleading. Well, look at him now. How about that? He's training very hard tonight. Felix, congratulations. First of all, Florida, how excited are you?
Firstly, thank you. And I'm really excited to go to Florida to represent my country. It's such a big opportunity considering it's my first ever season on cheer. I gained a bunch of following. I got onto the news twice. Learned some new skills, got better. Now this is about to be my first ever experience traveling internationally for championships before.
Today's the day we're flying out. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm excited to finally be able to fly out. So I need to fully pack my bag. It's nearly done. And then we're gonna leave in about half an hour to go to the airport.
So I assume now most people are wondering, what is the Cheerleading Worlds? The Cheerleading Worlds is a world championship series where the best cheerleading teams in the world come together to compete for the world title. There are different types of worlds. There are ones like the Summit, the ICU Worlds, which is what I'm going to, All-Star Worlds, the Dancing Worlds. These competitions are normally filled with elite level teams that have earned the rights to be in this competition. Because you can't just enter this competition for free. There are certain circumstances that you have to meet to be able to compete. For example, competitions like the Cheerleading Worlds, Summit, and All-Star Worlds require what's called a bid. The only other way to go to a World Championships is to represent your national team. Then we got some food on the plane. It was quite nice. I mean, it was just pasta, but it was alright. There wasn't really much to do on the plane. I mainly just played pool on my phone and then watched a couple movies for the 8 hours I was on the plane. Took a while. It was very boring on the plane, I will say, but we're here. Finally touched down in Florida. The atmosphere as soon as we stepped out of that airport was phenomenal. I don't think I felt anything like this before. But I'm confident in myself. I think I'm ready. We started making our way to the hotel via Uber, and I could tell that this was going to be an experience of a lifetime. Our training has begun at Top Gun Orlando. The journey here so far has been absolutely insane. Actually stepping foot in Top Gun for the first time kind of just reminded me of what I'm competing for and who I'm competing for. Coming here made me think back to Legacy and how that went. That was our first ever showcase, which was it was questionable. It was a questionable showcase, but we gained a lot from it. We gained more of a relationship as a team, and I think that's what helped both of us to new heights. It reminded me that I'm really here, and this is really the path that I've chosen for myself, and it's crazy. It's really just a crazy thing to me because I didn't think I'd end up being here. Back when I tried out in August, I never would have thought I'd actually be on Team England, and I never would have thought that I would be competing in the USA. So I'm really grateful for all of that. Training went on. It wasn't the best training session ever, but it did go to plan for the most part. Some things got changed, like part of my stunt group, which I still don't understand why to this day. Threw me off quite a bit, but it's okay. Going into training, I was confident, and coming out of training, I was somewhat confident, but somewhat put down from changes, because they made changes last minute instead of speaking to the team about it beforehand. But yeah. After having our very first football field shows, which was like the most amazing experience, by the way, if you ever do go for one of these things, I recommend you go and watch these. It's so entertaining to go watch the other teams. It's time for day one of Worlds to begin. Going into the warm-up section, I ended up having a panic attack. Just because it reminded me of my first ever competition in cheer. But I had a panic attack at the exact same extreme as I did here. Just only this time, it was like the highest stakes for a competition ever, instead of just my first one. So I think that's what kind of brought back the feeling. But you know what? That made me excited. Because I knew I actually cared about this more than I cared about anything at the time. So I thought it's time to get my shit together and show the world who I really am. After day one had ended, we ended up finding out that we had placed third in our division at the time. Which didn't actually matter because normally how this would work is that all the teams would compete on the first day and the scores would decide who moves to the finals out of normally 10 to 12 teams. But since there was only 4 of us in the division, everyone just moved to the finals anyway, so this was kind of like a show-off day for us all. So we knew that if we wanted to win, then we would need to put everything into this next performance, which is exactly what we did.
Call me your majesty, 'cause we heir to the throne. Fate is sealed, you know the deal. Put in work or get gone. We are the crown. We're kings. L-A-N-D. I work for the crown, and I wear it proud. So show some respect or I'll take you down. They all gather round. Talk to the head, talk to the head. Fans, I'm the queen, yes, I'm the queen. Got diamonds on my ring, bling, 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 bling. But it's off with their heads if they're boring me. This is dedication, heart, and a whole lot of patience. Time now, money, so there's none that's wasted. Team England.
Super job. Let's hear it for Team England.
In the end, we ended up placing second, which is still a huge achievement for all of us, and for me especially, because I've never done anything competitive, nor competed at an Olympic level before, so this is just amazing. Being able to call myself runner-up, a silver medalist, anything like that, to any sort of competition, especially the World Championships, such an honour. I want to say big thank you to Team England for having me on their team and seeing the potential in me since the beginning, but even when I didn't see it in myself. And I want to say thank you to all of my teammates who were there with me along the journey, and thank you, the audience. I hope you enjoyed the documentary, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.